to have a chance to play in the NFL, which I mean, I would consider professional sports-wise, it's just the greatest franchise that's going right now. I mean, it's the way that they have the parity in the leagues, so teams can build. So it's not like if you're getting drafted out of baseball and you're getting drafted by the Devil Rays, you may never see a whiff of.
Oh yeah, you might not ever play for the Devil Rays.
It's one of those situations where if you're going to get drafted by a team, you could see yourself. If you work hard enough to get in that team and make it 3 or 4 years, you never know. You could be vying for something a playoff spot and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I know you've been working out, and that's been your sole purpose. But what else do you like to do? I mean, do you like to?
Well, I've actually been getting chances to speak, and at different schools and churches, and I actually enjoy doing that. Just getting to speak to kids and give something back to the community and just impact their lives is something that it's important to me, because I mean I'm not that old myself. I'm only 22, and I go and speak to high school kids. I was just there a few years ago, and I can relate to them and some of the things that they're going through, and just getting to see how they react to to what I have to say and all that kind of stuff. It's just I enjoy it. It's fun, and I just like it just because you get to impact other people's lives. So I really enjoy doing that too. So cool.
4 great years at Alabama, yourself, your brother, and now you're at the Senior Bowl. What's next for Simeon Castille?
The combine and training, get in the best shape I can, get ready to run that 40 in Indianapolis.
The combine, what was that like? What was the NFL combine like, and how do you feel you did? Like that experience.
It was long. The days were long, man. I mean,
so how long did it go for? You went to the combine, and so did you go there for X
Wednesday
days?
to Saturday?
Okay.
I was there for, and man, you have so many interviews, and then you have to do all these kind of physicals where, like, every team doctor gets to just pry on you, pull on you, and examine you, and I mean, it's an all-day process. So you're just sitting, waiting until you get up, and then you go into a room, and there'll be doctors everywhere. You stand there, get on the table, and
it's like inducted by aliens.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. I mean, I was just like, wow. I mean, I was like, does it really take all this? One doctor could examine you and
spread the information,
exactly.
right? Share the file.
Oh yeah, so
every team literally had a doctor there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're getting examined by every team. And then, they had a coach's room where you would go into, and every team was there and all the coaches were there, and you go and coaches would just grab you and grab you and grab you, sit you down, interview you, get up, go to another table. And, you would have some interviews at night that you would go to, and man, I enjoyed it, but sometimes I was like, oh my goodness, all these meetings and all this, but, I'm definitely glad that, that I was selected to go, and, I wouldn't change it, and I enjoyed my experience.
What were the physical parts of it? I mean, you were just testing your speed. Did you go out there?
40, you had to do the 40 broad jump, vertical leap, bench press, and then 3-cone drill, 5, 10, 5. And then they took you through all these defensive back drills, and, they were just watching how your feet were, how your hips, how you moved, can you catch, all that kind of stuff. So, I enjoyed that the most because, that was the closest thing to actually playing football. All the other kind of stuff. All the other stuff is just, for paper, really.
So your combine experience, you had obviously to perform, and so they could test your abilities, but a lot of mental.
Oh yeah.
Part of it, and that really is so much of the game, right? Give me your breakdown of
the mental
football,
part of it.
Of mental versus the physical. Obviously we know you can run, we know you can hit, but
yeah, a lot of people don't realize, the mental aspect of the game is just it can be tough, you know. Well, first of all, remembering all your plays is just, you know, and with Coach Saban coming in and changing everything for the offense and defense, you know, you had to learn a whole new playbook, whole new terminology for, you know, plays and different coverages and techniques and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, watching film and, you know, remembering, you know, well, if this team has certain tendencies they like to do when they're past the 50-yard line and it's 3rd down and, you know, 7+. You know, they might like to run an out route or a dig route, you know, just trying to remember all that different kind of stuff. And then you want to remember, you know, where I want to line at, you know, and position myself to have a high percentage of being successful. And, I mean, people really don't, you know, think about that. They just think you go out there and you line up and you play. Yeah. But, I mean, it's nothing like that.
It's like school.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I just don't think people really appreciate, you know, how hard you really have to study if you want to be really good. You know, you go in there and you watch film, and you watch some more film so that you know your opponent as well as possible. And so that way, you know, Alabama fans will be cheering for you on Saturday.
Yeah. And tomorrow, you're off to San Diego. And you've been on the phone with a lot of teams just talking. And this is your first trip out to an actual...
Getting to meet a team and meet the coaches and all that.
What are your expectations? I mean, what are you thinking about right now?
Just being myself, really. I'm just excited, you know, that they're interested in me enough to fly me out and meet all the coaches and see the facilities and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm not really too worried about it, really. I mean, there's nothing much else I can do, you know, just relax, be myself, and enjoy it, you know. I mean, a lot of people can't say that the Chargers flew me out to San Diego because they were interested in me playing on their team, so I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Last year, you know, I don't think expectations were super high, but, you know, you got Nick Saban coming in with his resume, and you got some talent on your team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you guys had LSU on the ropes. Oh, I know, it hurt, didn't it?
Oh, man.
You had LSU on the ropes at home. Man. You win that game, I mean, you
never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
Is that something that you think about still, or?
A little bit, you know, it just, in the back of your head, you know, you're just like, man, if we had won that game, you know, you never know what would have happened with the rest of the season. And, you know, that was a great game. You know, they had a great team, obviously.
Yeah.
And, you know, it just seems like we were so close at times. And, you know, I feel like, you know, we had the chance to beat any of the teams we played. But it just didn't end up that way. And, you know, I'm definitely rooting for the team this year. You know, I'm going to try to get down and catch the 8A game and check them out. And, you know, but you definitely think about, you know, some of those games that we let slip away. But then you also get to think about, you know, beating Tennessee.
Whooping Tennessee.
Yeah, so, I mean.
That's good your senior year, right?
I mean.
At home.
Probably out of all the teams, you know, out of the LSUs, Auburns, all that, you know, I probably enjoy beating Tennessee the most.